What a cool and unique stitch. I like it so, so much. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the interlocking block stitch. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some cotton yarn size 4 in 3 different colors. So for this stitch, you want to start with a foundation chain that's a multiple of 6 plus 5. So in my case, I have 17. For row 1, you want to skip 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. That counts as a double crochet. And then you're going to do 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 chains. So into the 4th chain from the hook, do 1 double crochet. And then into the next one, another double crochet. Now you're going to start your row repeat. You're going to chain 3, skip 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the next you're going to do a double crochet. And now you're going to do 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 chains for a total of 3 double crochets. So that's 2. And 3 there. And that ends the row repeat. So you want to go back to the beginning with the chain 3, skip 3, and then 3 double crochets. So you can do that for however many chains you have left, and I will see you at the end of the row. All right, so at the end of row 1, you should be finishing off with the 3 double crochets. For row 2, you want to swap colors to your color B. Once you've attached your color B, we're going to chain 3, and that's the beginning of the row repeat. So 1, 2, 3, flip your work. Now I want to make a note on the yarn. You can technically cut your previous yarn, your previous color, because you're going to be changing it every row. I'm going to leave mine on because I'm just showing you. And I don't want to cut my yarn, but for you personally, you can cut your yarn once you're done each row. So back to the row repeat, we've chained 3. We're going to skip the 3 double crochets from the previous row, and we're going to work what's called a spike double crochet. So for that, you're going to yarn over, and you're going to bring your hook in front of the work, and you're going to work a double crochet going into the chains from the foundation chain. So we're going to go into the very first one and work a double crochet like normal. So a double crochet. And essentially you're just kind of working it over the chain 3 space that you have, and it squishes it down. So we're going to do that 2 more times for a total of 3 double crochets. You're going to yarn over, find the next chain from the foundation chain, insert your hook and pull the yarn through. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And 1 more time into the very last chain that you skipped, going over the chain 3 space, and final double crochet. And so that ends the row repeat. You're going to go back to the beginning of it by chaining 3, skipping 3, and then doing 3 double crochets over the chain space and into the foundation chain, which is known as a spike double crochet. So you do this row repeat until you get to the end of the row, and I will see you when you're there. So at the end of row 2 here, rather than doing a chain 3, you're only going to chain 2. So 1, 2. We're going to skip the double crochets and do 1 slip stitch into the top of the turning chain. So into the top of the turning chain, you identify where that is, grab the yarn and pull through for a slip stitch. And that there is the end of row 2. For row 3, you want to bring your color C. You can now cut your color B, but for me, I'm just going to keep it because I don't want to cut my yarn. And now we're working row 3. So for row 3, you're going to start with a chain 3, which counts as a spike double crochet, and flip your work. You're going to skip the first stitch, which is the slip stitch that you did, and then you're going to do a spike double crochet over the next 2 stitches. So essentially going over the chain space, into the stitch, into the double crochet from below, yarn over, and now doing your double crochet like normal. So that's 1 and 2. And doing that again, going in front of the work on top of the stitch, the double crochet from previously, and then doing your double crochet like normal. So that's 2 of them. Now you're going to go back to you're going to start the row repeat. You're going to chain 3, skip 3, skip the double crochets, and then you're going to work 3 spike double crochets into the next space. So remembering to go in front of the work, on top of the stitch that you need to go through, grab the yarn and pull it through, and then finishing your double crochet like normal. So that's 1. The next double crochet is here. That's 2. And then my final one. That is 3. And that's the end of the row repeat. You can go back to the beginning of it by chaining 3, skipping 3, and then doing 3 double crochets, making sure that you squish the chain 3 space down and then go into the stitches from the previous row. And you do that for however many stitches you have left. At the end of the row, I've just got to do my last chain 3 and then my double crochets, my spike double crochets. So that is 1, 2, and 3. And that there is the end of row 3. So moving forward, you just want to repeat rows 2 and 3 back and forth until you have the desired length of your work or a finished swatch. And you got to make sure that you change colors every row. So now you would go back to color A, then B, then C, and then go back to A, and so on. Here it is. This is so freaking cool. I love this pattern so much. I cannot wait to make it into like a wearable, into a vest, or a bag would look super cool in this too. And I love the color combination that I used. This is so beautiful. I think it's because it's turning into spring. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.